stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
To be a successful investor, you need to stay current with the daily changes in the economy and the stock market. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com can be your guide to becoming a better investor. Try the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com for the working investor. From the opening bell to the closing, stay informed with what's happening in real time. The Working Investor Program includes full access to the Phil's Gang website, a morning update on what to look for that day on Wall Street, a market wrap on that day's trading, plus seminars, training, and tools to help you become a better investor. Go to philsgang.com for a free 10-day trial. After that, it's just $59.95 a month for membership, daily updates, training, software, and the best investing advice every day. You can invest with the best. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Warning. Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60, 70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grandy and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The feds have raised interest rates again. And AI is the topic of the day. No matter what the financial headlines are, be a successful investor with Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. Take advantage of the free 10-day trial for the Working Investor Program. Phil Grandy has put together the tools you need to understand the stock market, with full access to the Phil's Gang website and access to Phil's Pro 2 color-coded charting software. Know with confidence when to buy, sell, and short a stock. Members also have access to Coffee Talk. Every morning at 8:30 Eastern, Phil Grandy talks about what's happening on Wall Street that day. Want to be a better investor? Then take advantage of the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. You'll find many more features and tools for the working investor. After the trial, it's just $59.95 a month for membership. Invest with the best. Phil's Gang at philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Inflation is falling. The economy is skyrocketing.
Wow, I don't know what planet she's living on. Good afternoon. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country off the Wall Street Radio Network. Okay, what happened? Big turnaround. Yesterday, we ended the day with all this great news, we were told. GDP was taking off. Durable goods orders were going through the roof. We were told that, hey, don't worry, no recession, not going to be a recession. Everything's just great. But then we ended the day negative 200. But then this morning we wake up and we're up 200. Oh, it's all fixed now. I see. Because we're spending a little less. Don't you love that? When you have, they came out with this report this morning, and the way it works, the PCE, it came in at, it was supposed to come in at 4.2. But the PCE came in, if you come in just under that, it's a good report. Now, they came in, guess what, at 4.1, and the market went up 200 points. Wow. Something smells with that. I mean, that's kind of a coincidence, don't you think? I mean, if the difference between 4.2 and 4.1 makes the difference between the market going down 200 points, the market going up 200 points, that's what happened yesterday. But yesterday, investors started to get the stench. Something was wrong yesterday. It didn't make sense what they were saying. So let me put in perspective the GDP and the durable goods. What's going on and why we had that negative day yesterday. Well, when I compare the second, let's say take the second quarter, okay, April, May, June of 2022, the GDP was 3.2. Now that's the second quarter of 2022. Now if I compare that to the second quarter of 2023, we're at 2.4. Well, it seems like it's getting worse, not better. Now, when you compare all past 5 quarters, and remember, these reports, the GDP is in the rear. They're looking at what happens in the rear, what happened in April, May, and June of 2022. They're looking at that. That's the report we get, which is kind of silly because it's in the rears. But when you compared all 5 quarters, there was no improvement. 2.4. Exactly what they came in with, 2.4. But all those quarters, all 4 quarters, or all 5 quarters, whatever it was, averaged 2.4. No wonder nobody got happy. Then came the durable goods order. Now that's the big one. Because the one thing about durable goods, if they can rig that durable goods orders where it looks good, then the market really flies. So they come in with the dirt. Now remember who this is when I say they. This is the BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now who runs the BLS? Well, it's an appointee of the president. If it's a Republican, then the Republican runs it. If it's a Democrat, the Democrat. That was set up by Joe Kennedy. So the president has the keys to that closet, to the statistic closet. And just like the job numbers on Friday, he can raise them, lower them. The president, they have the keys to the statistic closet. So when compared, as I say, when we had the durable goods orders come out, now those are big orders. Anything that can last 6 months or more. You're talking about appliances and vans and big screen TVs, stuff like that. And that's mostly discretionary money. That's why it's an important one, because that means that discretionary money is powerful money, because that means if you get your paycheck and you you get it net of taxes, then you go home, you pay all your bills, and then you have a bunch of money left at the end of the month, you go buy. You go consume. And they go consume what? Durable goods. Durable goods. So, the monthly durable goods orders in the last 4 months have been not good, but kind of bad. Rising between 1 and 2%, not good. Matter of fact, at one point, we never had orders this slow or this little in 20 years. So they came out with a report, the June report now. Remember, this is another one that looks behind you, but they came in with the June report, and it jumped 4 times that 1.3%. Are you nuts? 4 times. What the hell's going on? The biggest rise since July 2020. Well, we had the biggest debt and deficits ever. How could that be? Now, you would think the market would have rallied, taken off, bam, going up 240 points, 300 points. No. It sold off, negative 240, with a big durable goods orders 4 times what they expected. Why? Well, the smart money, the institutional money, said, wait a minute here. First of all, if I take Boeing's orders out, there's not much here. It's mostly Boeing. In fact, it was 70% of that number was Boeing. What are you, nuts? That doesn't show the economy's doing great. You take the durable goods. If that was all TVs, all refrigerators, all stoves, that'd be fantastic. The market would have went up 300 points. This is Boeing airplanes, for God's sakes. Airplanes, what good is that? That doesn't measure how strong the economy is. So there was a big contradiction. So how could orders be up or having the biggest rise since July 2020 when the economy is experiencing the largest economic downturn since the recession? Makes no sense. Also, the institutions looked at it, the big institutions, the big players, and said, wait a minute, production. How could these orders be up? Production. First of all, industrial production had the biggest drop since December 2022. Manufacturing is in an 8-month contraction, 14-year low. And this month, July, when the New York Empire manufacturing came in, the Philly came in, the Dallas came in. Those are the 3 biggest regions that report how your businesses are doing. Boy, they all sucked. The economy wasn't expanding at all. Matter of fact, things were getting worse. Why? Because Bidenomics. We have the largest national debt ever. The largest interest payment ever. $600 billion. Last year was $300 billion. This year it's $600 billion. And next year it's going to be $1.2 trillion. Can you imagine? We were paying not long ago $150 billion. I think it was in 2011, if I'm right. So that's why the market didn't rally yesterday. But why did it rally today? Did everything change overnight? Well, we'll talk about it.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show, one guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Make sure you're staying with relative strength stocks. I told my members that the other day. We have some wonderful stocks that when the market did fell the other day, about 240 points, our top stocks that we're in, which are our tech stocks, our oil stocks, our banks, and those are the ones we pretty much stay in. We've done terrific with them because we caught them on the way up, and including leisure stocks. I shouldn't forget those. Leisure, oil, those are really good groups. And then, of course, our tech and our big banks, our big banks and our regional banks. That's where we put most of our money. And we caught all of those stocks early before anybody else was getting in. And we caught it because we have our program that's called our Pro 2 program. And it's a chart that gives you buy signals. And they're color-coded. And it works. And you can use it if you want. Just be a member for 10 days. Cost you nothing during the 10 days. You get the membership, full membership. You have access to everything, to our classes, to our stocks, free. And then you have access to the Pro 2. And it gives you great confidence because when you watch the Pro 2 and all of a sudden you look, say, I'm going to buy this stock, you're not sure. And then you look at your candlesticks and you see green and red, green, red, red, green. It's like a mishmash. But this will give you a color of solid green. So that builds your confidence. That's a buy signal. If the stock starts going up and starts turning yellow, it gives you a warning that big institutions are starting to pull their money out. So you have an advance notice that money is coming out. And then after it rallies and stops, or if something happens while you're in the stock and it's going to turn and go the other way, it gives you that warning and gives you time to set up. So now you make money when it goes back down. It's so easy to use. And it gives you what we call a sweet spot. You know exactly how long to stay in and when to get out. You can't get confused, believe me. And we'll go over some of these stocks a little bit later. But listen to this. This is what amazes me right here.
I actually think the bigger picture here for 2024 is, yes, Hunter Biden is clearly a complicated person. He has some very serious legal trouble. But in 2024, if his father, who has nothing to do with any of this, has not given him a job in the White House, is running against someone who himself has been indicted for multiple dozens of criminal charges.
Whoa, wow.
What if the president is ultimately, what if some of the evidence that has been put forward by whistleblowers is corroborated and the president is in fact involved in his son's foreign business dealings?
So that's a big if, and there's not evidence yet that supports that.
Oh my God. My point is that they're, just because they belong to a party, they're going to be loyal to the party, but not loyal to themselves or the American people. That's what makes you sick about both parties. That's why I'm independent. I mean, I can't stand that. This woman can't, she'll never admit to anything. And this is what hurts the stock market. Because when you get a divide like this, where you get the Democrats and the liberals, even if they saw right in front of them, okay, some evidence that was just so overwhelming, they'd say, no, it's not there. I don't see it. And the Republicans would do the same thing. There's no loyalty to us. It's always the party in power. That undermines the stock market. It understands the stock market. And that's why you got to start following the money in the market and not the fundamentals of the stock or the market, because you lose money if you do. So here we are. We got this rally today when we got our leading economic indicators who have been dropping for 14 months. Our yield curve, our durable goods, our manufacturing, our building permits, I mean, it's unbelievable. Our home values are dropping, 2.3 trillion, or that equates to about, we lost from peak about 20%. And we got some real serious stuff going on. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like she said, boy, this is powerful. The economy is powerful. Did you hear when she said that? She said, the economy is powerful.
Inflation is falling. The economy is skyrocketing.
How is the economy skyrocketing at 2.4%? That's skyrocketing? 2.4%? What are you, nuts? It was 6.5% when Trump handed it over to Biden. But 2 and 4 is fantastic. Wow. Isn't that amazing? And here's what the problem is. She or any of these people, any of these politicians, Republicans, Democrats, they don't give a thought about debt and deficits. They don't give a thought how it's destroying the economy, destroying the country, destroying them. And they don't give one bit. And you got this dope by the name of Robert Reich. What a dope he is. You say, deficits don't matter. Keep spending, keep spending. Remember, he was Obama's guy. And when Obama's in, remember he was spending all this welfare money, spend. Deficits don't matter. Well, they do matter. When your debt cost is much greater than the returns on your investment, it means a lot. It does matter. And that's the problem. The more money that they keep spending on welfare programs and what we call helicopter money, which is not productive. When they're spending, I think, next 10 years, $96 trillion on green energy. They're spending, they want you to get rid of your refrigerator. They want you to get rid of your vacuum cleaner. Are you kidding me? None of that money is giving us a return. And when you have debt and deficits and your investment can't give you a return because your debt cost is higher than the return on your investment, and that's right where we are right now. Don't tell me this market is powerful. The economy is powerful. Give me a break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this. But it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for,
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Good afternoon, America. This is Steve over here at philsgang.com. And have you ever looked at a stock chart and just wondered what in the heck is going on here? Like you just have no clue what's going on. You don't know when to buy. You don't know when to sell. But you're just, well, what I do here at Phil's Gang is I teach you how to recognize those patterns on stock charts. I make sense of those things for you, and I guide you along the way. So if you want to learn with me and you want to know how to make some money, go to philsgang.com. It's 10 days for free. You also get the Pro 2 color-coded chart. What else can I say? I'll see you on the charts. Back to you, Phil.
Okay, thank you. Remember, join the gang. You got 10 days. It's free. You'll learn how the market works. You'll learn what to look for. You'll have you'll know how to short a stock. You also will learn how you got to follow the bond market. It's really easy. Okay, you just follow if the yields are going up or yields are going down. If yields are going up, you want to be in the bank stocks. Yields going down, you don't want to be. So at least get to understand, if you're going to jump into a stock before you buy it, make sure, okay, that you check the yield. So you can make sure, okay, yep, now it's time to get in because the yields are set up right. More people lose money because they have no understanding what a yield is, and they don't use it when they're investing. But you know, it's interesting when everyone's saying how great this economy is now. No, it's not. And you know, it's funny. People think I just stay outside the market and hope we never buy stocks. No, of course we buy stocks. Are you kidding me? We got into the oil stocks before anybody got it. Tech stocks. We shorted the tech stocks first. We caught that 38% drop from November 2022 all the way down to October. That was a 38% drop. We shorted all those stocks. Apple, Microsoft, Meta. These are our stocks we're in all the time. And then we caught them going back up. But we have a software that helps us do that. Not guesswork. It's a sophisticated software. It's color-coded for buying and selling. It works. You use it during the 10 days and you convince yourself. But here's the real problem that's going on. I mean, people have no idea what shape this economy is. They just listen to the jibber-jabbers, the fake business news network. And they always are going to... Let me ask you this. Why do you really think that you're not going to be lied to? In other words, why would it be so lucky to think when the BLS, which is headed by a Biden appointee, and again, if it was a Republican, it'd be a Republican appointee. Why would it be so lucky to think that you know, they'll tell the truth? I mean, just think what they do. They lie about inflation to make deficits look lower, to make Republican presidents look better, Democratic presidents to look better. But here's the sad part. They continually lie about inflation. Do you really think inflation is like at 3%? No, it's at 10%. When you go and get gasoline, you go to the supermarket, right? When you go home, do you think, boy, inflation's only 3%? You go, are you kidding me? Anybody with a brain go, are you kidding? But the point is, they never tell us the truth about it because why? Because they cheat. They screw our veterans. Don't give them their cost raises. And how about the Social Security? We're paying out about $1 trillion, okay, in Social Security. And they should be giving us these cost increases. When inflation goes up, everybody in Social Security should get an increase in their check to cover those costs. But they don't. The increased payment, are you kidding? And they don't give out, and they don't increase the food stamps? Don't care, they don't increase the money for our veterans, I just said a moment ago. And they lie about all that, saying, no, this is why inflation is only 2.3% or 3%, when it's really 10 or 8. It all has to do with that. Also, let's think about this. Oil has been going back up. So how could he come out yesterday and say inflation is coming down? Inflation lags, takes time. Oil has been going up. Matter of fact, we picked up about, I think, if I'm right, about a 20% return in oil because I kept telling my members when oil got down about 35%, I said, we got to buy it when it breaks 35% because they're going to start buying it again. And sure enough, we got in. After it dropped 35%, all the shorts started covering. Oil shot up, and we're up about, 20% maybe, 22%, 20%. 20% we're up in those returns. So just because I sound negative with the market doesn't mean we don't trade. Of course we trade. Matter of fact, when the market opens, I always tell my members, you got to lose your opinion so you don't lose your money. And then follow your charts. Follow the money, not the jibber-jabbers. Follow your money. So my point is, if they're going to lie so they don't have to pay somebody their Social Security, they're going to lie so they have to pay vet a higher payment, then why would they be honest with us about anything? They're not. They're not. So you can't count on any of this information that we get. If you're buying or selling based on information you're getting from the BLS or anything from out of Washington, you're screwed. So, and the other problem is all this malinvestment. Like I told you, the reason this market's going to crash is that they're not allowing all this liquidity to be pulled out of the market, reduce all of the trillions and trillions we put in the market. They're letting us stay there. So people are still spending. That's a problem. You got to pull it out. And you do that through a recession, but they won't do it. Powell won't do it because the president won't do it. The Democrats wouldn't allow it. We're in an election year, election cycle. Republicans wouldn't allow it. They wouldn't allow it either. So think about this. When we have all this debt and deficits, nobody ever thinks about that when they're investing. It doesn't even come to their mind what's going on. I mean, they don't even think about it. Do you understand with debt and deficits, you get a big decline in economic growth? That's why we can't even get to a 3-4% economic growth. We'll never get back to that 6% with all the spending. Remember, when a president spends more than a tax revenue, that's called deficit spending. But that's only supposed to be used during a recessionary period, when you're in a recession, and not when the economy's growing. What we did, look what Biden did. When he took over, we weren't in a recession. Our GDP was at 6.5%. Inflation, 1.5%. He went in with all those programs. Are you kidding me? All these stimulus programs. That's the worst thing you could do. Because when you go with all these stimulus programs, you're going to hurt the country. You can't throw gasoline on a fire. So this deficit spending, they keep doing this. They just spend because that's all they want to do is spend. And they don't care if we're in a recession or not. They just keep spending. And the biggest problem with all this spending, it doesn't go into productive investments, which create good jobs. If you go all the way back to Obama spending, all the debt associated with him all went to expanding the welfare state. That means you get a negative return. They call that helicopter money. That's all they do is helicopter money. In other words, same thing with Biden. More than 88% of every tax dollars goes to non-productive spending, helicopter money. And the big thing is they use a Ponzi scheme to pay it back. This is insane what's going on. But nobody thinks about that. All they know is, hey, you got a hot stock? You got a hot stock? You've got to learn how to sell short. You've got to. Or it's too late.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com. What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And remember now, go to my site, philsgang.com, click on where it says get started and get your membership. Remember, 10 days free, okay? And you can watch, you're invited to all our classes, you're invited to everything. Our stocks, doesn't cost you a penny. All we ask, if you, after 10 days, you don't stay with us and you use our knowledge and you're making money, just send a little money to St. Jude once in a while. By the way, for those who follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, Apple, and YouTube, I have up on site, you can see it, the core durable goods, X the transportation. Now, if you don't follow me on those, you can, my show's archived so you can see it. But look at this right here. You see how, when you take out transportation, you see how durable goods orders dropped back here in 2008, 2010. See how they dropped back here with the dot-com crash. And then here, remember we had the pandemic, see how they dropped? And then in 2020, they shot straight up. Remember, everybody went nuts trying to buy stuff, right? And there was nothing to buy because our plants were closed down, for heaven's sakes. And so everybody went crazy buying stuff. But look at where it is now. When you take out when you take out transportation, which again, Boeing was about 70%, I think it was 70% of those numbers. Isn't that awful? And they're saying, oh, wow, boy, look at the market's up 151 now. Wow. NASDAQ's up 254. Wow. So let's just understand something. Let's take a look at these tech stocks, okay? Because everybody's going to jump right back into these tech stocks the minute there's good news, all right? So we're in our tech stocks. I'll give them to you here. So let's go take a Microsoft. We're in Microsoft, okay? And we got into Microsoft, okay, back in February, and that was, January, back in January, and that was in January 2023. And so somebody's going to jump in now? Are you kidding? On Microsoft? So if you bought this at around 228, and now it's at 337, what gain is that? Whatever that is. I mean, that's a 47% gain. You're going to jump in after it went up 47%? Why will it go up another 47%? Same thing with Apple. We got into Apple twice. And I'll give you the last time. We got into March, and it was around Apple was around 152, and today it's at 195. So again, you're going to buy Apple today? After it's up almost 30%? You're going to get killed. Wait for at least a 5 to 7% pullback. Then makes a new high and big volume. Then go in it. But don't do it. You're going to get killed. But going back, I'm running out of time, but I just want to get back to what's amazing to me is nobody cares about the deficits. Nobody cares about debt. And when you start, like what Obama did and what Biden is doing, when you're taking money and we don't have it and we have to print it, and you shift it away from a productive investment and it creates jobs, and you get all that money in debt, okay, towards something that doesn't give you a return. Like right now, Biden, more than 88% of every tax dollar goes to malinvestments we don't get a return on. And give me an example. In 2022, right, Biden spent $6 trillion on the welfare state, just like Obama did. He does everything Obama does on the welfare state problem. But there was $1 trillion in the U.S. checking account. So $5 trillion ended up being debt, what they call deficit spending, i.e. debt. But it's for social welfare. We won't get a return on that. So our debt goes up, but no return. That makes no sense. Well, they don't care because that's what their party does. That's what they do. That's their party. That's how they do things. They're liberals, and that's what they're supposed to do. But it doesn't help us. Doesn't help us. When they keep increasing our debt and they squander all this money on social welfare programs and now this new green energy program with no return, how are we going to get out of that? We're not. But if you could just spend that money, if they could just keep spending money on stuff that gives us good returns, then we'd be okay. But they won't do that. They just won't do it. So, and it's the same thing when it comes to households. They spend money on stuff that doesn't give them returns. And now you're in trouble. Unbelievable. So the market, they can be all giddy today because the consumer spending was like 0.25% below where it's supposed to be. That's why it's rallying. It's so stupid. And everybody's all giddy today, right? But why weren't they giddy yesterday? They're giddy today. That's how the market works. There's no consistency. The consistency comes from how you invest. You got to create the consistency. You got to make sure you're only investing when everything is going, everything's productive. You got to make sure that your stock has relative strength. You got to keep watching the volume. As long as your volume keeps increasing, your stock has relative strength, then you're going to be fine. You're not going to get consistency from these dopes, from the Fake Business News Network and what they do. They don't care what they put you in. Because, see, they don't care about the increase in the national debt. They could care less. They don't care. Or all these that they spend all these, on social programs. They don't care. They don't care if they keep doing malinvestments. You and I pay for all that. So that's why the market, remember, gets worse. Because the more debt we have and we can't pay it, we have to print it. And when we print money, that is inflationary. Then they're going to have to raise rates again. That's why it's such a joke. So now they're going to raise rates again. And when you raise rates, the dollar's going to go down. Oil alone is going to bring inflation up. Oil alone. So anybody sitting there and you think you're going to start buying a stock and hold on because everything's good now because they said there's not going to be a recession, they're out of their mind. Of course there's going to be a recession. Of course there is. You start talking about deficit spending, and when they continue to divert more tax dollars away from a good productive investment into these welfare programs and this green energy and all this crap, what happens then? We don't have future growth. There's no growth. And here's the proof. Under Biden right now, think about this. It now requires $3.02 of debt to create $1 of economic growth. How can we grow? We can't. And we're showing we can't. But all someone's got to do is get on TV or get on here. Listen to Kramer. This is one of the worst things I've ever heard from him. Listen to this.
I think it is time to recognize. I think it is time to recognize that something has changed for this market, and I think it's a change for the better. For the first time since the 1980s and the, let's say, early to mid-1990s, we have a lot of legitimate stocks belonging to many companies with amazing balance sheets and terrific prospects that are flat out doing very well.
Unbelievable. This guy, I never seen a guy who could make stuff up in his head like he does. Unbelievable. He makes no sense. But people will follow him. They'll follow him. And even though he'll give people 10 stocks, most of the time all 10 stocks lose money, but they'll still follow him. I don't get it. Look, the larger our debt is, and it's going to get much larger. Stop listening to these people. It's going to get much larger. The more destructive it's becoming. Okay? And we have mostly now all non-productive assets. Now that they're focusing, think of green energy as a non-productive asset. Just like the $50 million ferry boat. All this stuff they're doing. It comes from you and I. That's what takes the market down. So please, join my gang and learn how to sell short. It doesn't matter to you what the market's doing. You make money either way.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.